Hi everyone, I am here to show you stretches for the hips. If you follow me on other social media accounts, often you might be asking me, hey, can you slow the video down? Can you show us more options in depth? So the purpose of this video is to show you options with the hip stretches you might see. I have longer videos of full practices on my YouTube channel, but this is just to go a little more in depth about options for hip stretches. So the first one that I want to show you is without any props. You can grab blocks or a bolster for later or books if that works for you. And you would just come reclined on your back. The soles of the feet would be together and the feet could come further or closer to you depending on what feels comfortable for your body. And then from here, you could cactus the arms to involve the shoulders a bit more. You could reach the arms up and then come back down. Just finding a little movement, or you could just allow them to rest. So hold this pose for as long as feels comfortable for you. And then moving to extend the legs. The legs could come out to the left and the arms would walk to the right, kind of move the upper body. And if you want more, you can bring the left foot over the right to kind of pull down the right hip. You could grab the left wrist with the right arm, with the right fingers, just to find a side body stretch here. And then you would move to the other side. And then from there, you could come into a child's pose. So two versions of child's pose for the hips. One is going to be more in the low back if the knees are together, and then just coming in front of you, either on your bolster or having a block. If you need support, you can always put something between the legs if it's too much. For more in the hips, for extended child's pose, the big toes would touch, the knees would come wide. Again, I could place a blanket in between my legs for more support. I could use blocks. I'm going to show you without first. So just coming down into child's pose, finding a stretch here. You could bring the hands up and over your head. If you wanted to also have more support, you could bring the blocks here and just rest if you can't come down much further, or if you need a bolster. Okay, so those are some options for child's pose. And then I'm gonna place this to my left to show you one on the stomach. So for frog pose, which you often probably see, people come with the knees out, like 90-90, and then they come forward or they come to their stomach. Well, that can be a lot for people. So what I like to do when people are just starting to get into hip flexors, come flat on the stomach. And you could do this without a prop, using the hands as a pillow. You could bring the left knee up just to find the stretch, or you could elevate it on a block or something that you have and then come here. So in a yin practice, you would hold the pose for 2 to 4 minutes to really get into the connective tissue. You'd want to do it before you've warmed up the body in other ways so you can really get into that tissue. In trauma-informed yoga, our focus is to always listen to the body and make options that serve you moment to moment. Another pose that I often demonstrate is what in yin they call fire log. So I'd bring my right foot to the crook of my left knee and then come into sort of this box shape. And then from here, options are to just be here. To lean forward, you could use your block, you could use a bolster and come down, you could twist. And for these same exact movements with the body, you could have the left leg long. If your hips are really tight or you just don't have the accessibility in the body to have both knees bent, you would extend the left leg, bring the right leg on top, and again, you could reach forward or you could find the twist. So that's another option as well. And then you would switch sides. So for shoelace, the knees come over each other, the hips or the sit bones are firmly grounded, and I could stay here, I could walk forward, I could twist to the right. I was gonna twist to the left, and then come back. Again, if that's a lot on your body, you could just extend the left leg, and the right knee could come over as much as you can. Where you feel the stretch is the importance. Same options, you could lean forward, you could twist. And just be mindful when you twist the lumbar spine, you want to be really gentle because we don't have as much rotation there. So just finding a gentle twist from the hips through the belly button and then through the crown of the head. And then for half pigeon, which you're probably familiar with, I like to start on all fours Shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. Walk the right foot between the hands to start. Of course, you would do both sides, then walking the right foot to the left, dropping the right knee, extending the left leg behind you. I like to take the foot and kind of bring it up and push it down. Even if I'm totally upright and I don't come down, I feel more of a stretch in the right hip here. But another option would be to come down to your bolster or to forearms, anything that you have. So that's for half pigeon. Between yin poses, if you're holding them a long time, be sure to neutralize your body. So that could just be by rocking the hips from side to side, coming into reverse tabletop, or even just lying flat on your stomach or on your back. So those are some options. And then to kind of cool it down, if you're doing it in a sequence, you could lay on the ground and then rock the knees from right to left. To deepen the stretch, you could bring the left foot on top of the right thigh. If you're moving in that direction, cactus the arms and look in the opposite direction of the knee. That's pulling down. And you'll feel the stretch in the right side. And then you would come into your resting posture, whatever that is for you. So those are just some options for the hips in more depth. Hopefully that's helpful for you. I have full practices on my page, as I mentioned, and I will be posting a shoulder video with more demonstration as well. Okay, have a good day. Thanks for joining me. See you soon. Bye.